Hello students. In this video lesson we will study about some of the common alloys. We have already discussed about duralumin, magnesium, steel and stainless steel. Now we will study about brass, bronze, solder, amalgam and alloys of gold. Now let us start with brass first. Brass is an alloy of copper and zinc. It contains 80% copper and 20% zinc. It is more malleable and more strong than pure copper. Its color is also more golden. Brass is used for making cooking utensils, screws, nuts, bolts, wires, tubes, scientific instruments like microscopes and other ornaments. Brass is also used for making vessels like flower vases and fittings like that of fancy lamps. The next alloy that we have to study about is bronze. Now it is an alloy of copper and tin. It contains 90% copper and 10% tin. It is very tough and highly resistant to corrosion. So it is used for making statues, coins, medals, cooking utensils and ship propellers. The electrical conductivity of an alloy is less than that of pure metal. For example, brass, that is an alloy of copper and zinc, and bronze, that is an alloy of copper and tin, are not good conductors of electricity, but on the other hand, pure gold is an excellent conductor of electricity, and so it is used for making electrical circuits. Moving further, the next alloy that we have to study is solder. Now solder is an alloy of lead and tin. It contains 50% lead and 50% tin. The melting point of an alloy is less than that of pure metals. Solder is an alloy which has a low melting point, and so it is used for soldering, or you can say welding electrical wires together. The next alloy that we have to study is amalgam, an alloy of mercury metal with one or more other metals is known as an amalgam. A solution of sodium metal in liquid mercury metal is called sodium amalgam. An amalgam consisting of mercury, silver, tin and zinc is used by the dentist for filling in teeth. Now we have to study about the alloys of gold. Now, as we all know, the purity of gold is expressed in the terms of carats. A pure gold is said to be of 24 carats. Pure gold is very soft, due to which it is not suitable for making jewelry. So gold is alloyed with a small amount of silver or copper to make it hard. This harder alloy of gold is more suitable for making ornaments because it becomes easier to work with it. In India, gold ornaments are usually made of 22 karat gold. It means that 22 part pure gold is alloyed with 2 parts of either silver or copper for making the ornaments. Therefore, 22 karat gold is an alloy of gold with silver or copper. Now, have you ever thought that if ancient Indians had a good knowledge of metals and their alloys or not? Let me give you a very simple example. The iron pillar near Qutub Minar in Delhi is made up of wrought iron, which is a low carbon steel. This iron pillar was made around 400 BC by the Indian iron workers. Though wrought iron rusts slowly with time, but the Indian iron workers had developed a process which prevented the wrought iron pillar from rusting even after thousands of years. The rusting has been prevented because of the formation of a thin film of magnetic oxide of iron, that is Fe3O4, on the surface as a result of finishing treatment given to the pillar. Painting it with a mixture of different salts, then heating and rapid cooling. The iron pillar is 8 meters in height and 6,000 kgs in weight. This iron pillar stands in good condition more than 2000 years after it was made. The iron pillar at Delhi is a wonder of ancient Indian metallurgy. So this tells us that ancient Indians had a very good knowledge of metals and their alloys. Now I hope you can answer the following questions. The first question is, name 2 alloys of iron. What elements are present in these alloys? We have studied about 2 alloys of aluminium. These are duralumin and magnesium. Duralumin is made up of aluminium with copper, magnesium and manganese, whereas magnesium is made up of aluminium with magnesium. The next question is to write the composition of the alloy called bronze and give its 2 uses. Now we have studied this just now only. Bronze is made up of 90% of copper and 10% of tin. Its 2 uses can be, used for making statues and it can be used for making cooking utensils. The next question is, which property of solder alloy makes it suitable for welding electrical wires? Now we have studied that solder is an alloy which has a low melting point. So this property of solder allows it to be used for soldering or welding of electrical wires together. The next question is, what is an amalgam? An amalgam is an alloy of mercury metal with 1 or more other metals. For example, a solution of sodium metal in liquid mercury metal is called sodium amalgam. The last question is, how many carats is pure gold? Why is pure gold not suitable for making ornaments? Now, as we have studied, pure gold is said to be of 24 carats. It is very soft, due to which it is not suitable for making jewelry. So it is alloyed with a small amount of either silver or copper to make it hard. So that is it for today. Your 3rd chapter is completed now.